Hi guys, welcome to Short No Life. So in today's video we are going to do this beautiful blue and gold set. I can't wait for you guys to see it. But first up, Madam Glam just released their chrome paints. They've released 3 chrome paints, and the first up is called Vintage Chrome Gel Paint. It's raining, so I apologize if you hear any thunder in my voiceover, but this is a beautiful silver color, but it has this like gold hue to it, and I wish I kind of compared it to the silver one. The silver one is much lighter, it's a true silver. This one actually does have like that antique feel, which is perfect. The name is vintage, it feels like vintage. This next one is gold chrome paint. This one is a gold, it is a true gold, however it does have that antique feel as well, that rustic feel. I feel like calling this whole collection vintage would have been perfect, not just that color, because all of them have that vintage look. And I know there's this fine china trend going around now, and I think this would be perfect for those sets. So the next one is rose gold gel paint. I think this is a beautiful color as well. It is true to color. It's a rose gold in my opinion. I think it is beautiful. I do want to say this is gel paint, so this is thicker, which actually works in your favor because it gives you more control over the gel and where you want to place it. I really do love that about this. So if you want to check it out, there will be a link down in this description box down below where it will take you directly to Madam Glam's website, where the coupon code will be automatically applied at checkout. And if you don't want to be a VIP member, just hit pay as you go. And I'm sorry, I feel like I stumbled through that, but yeah, there will be a link in the description box down below, as well as I'll place my code up on the screen right here, and you'll save 35% off if you do use my code. And I do not receive a commission if you use my code. I forget to say that. I just share it because I actually love Madam Glam. I love their polishes, their quality. I don't get paid. So if you want to check them out, there is a link down in the description box. But moving on, as you saw, I have already prepped these tips. I have put my base coat on. Now I'm applying my nude. So there is a story behind these nails. This is actually a nail set for someone, and I was doing both hands at the same time, so I forgot to actually film myself putting the blue on this one nail. So I'm sorry about that. But I did try to get as much footage as I possibly could, but I don't think I messed up again on this video like that. So since this is a kind of unofficial order, this was just me volunteering to do this set for somebody. I did cut down these tips to make them shorter. These are, however, too long. That has nothing to do with the video, but yeah, these are too long, so I have to actually now make a new set. I'm volunteering for anybody who's like, why would you? But I am volunteering, and I did see that they're too long, and also I don't really like this shape on their hand, so I'm not that upset to make a new set. I think something more flattering, I would be more satisfied with that anyway. To place what finger it is on the screen, because I do feel like I just jump from nail to nail and you don't know what I'm doing. So I try to place the nail that I'm using on the screen somewhere. So I'm just wiping off the blue because I want to put a velvet matte top coat over it, and sometimes your more pigmented colors can bleed, so I just like to wipe off my more pigmented colors. And I did not top coat that nail in the middle, the blue one. There's a reason behind it, and I kind of get more into that story in a second. But I'm just, like I said, velvet matte top coating these 3 nails because I'm about to draw on them. I'm about to use a long striping brush, a liner, and a dotting tool, and I decided to actually lay out all of the long brush strokes first. But here is the set that I did for the opposite hand, and I'll get more into that in a moment. But like I was saying, I'm going to do all of the long lines first and cure those, and then I'll go more into the rest of the art. And I do want to mention that I am flash curing after a certain amount because I don't want to mess it up. Now that I have my lines down and they are cured, I am going to do 3 dots across the top, and I'm trying to make them on the same level, if that makes sense. And then I do 6 on the bottom, which 1 dot is in between those two, if that makes sense. I know I'm explaining this wrong, but you see what I'm talking about. And then I will start kind of pulling from those dots. So I'm not perfect at this. This is literally the same technique if you were to draw those flowers. And for some reason, I just can't comprehend how to do that. So these are not perfect, but when you look at them, once I top coat them and everything came together, you cannot tell that I messed up horribly on these. So I'm not even going to complain. So yeah, if you're doing this, just keep going. If you're doing this type of a design, just keep going. It comes together in the end. So I'm just throwing some extra dots in here to make that nail look a little bit fuller. So here's my little bit of a story time. I told you guys I was making these nails for someone, and my camera died the night before the event. The next day I was running around. I didn't get a chance to actually complete this. So they told me to just top coat all of the nails, and we were going to mix and match with the nails that you saw up above. But since that event came and gone, they wore the nails like this. They got so many compliments. Even with it like this, unfinished, they got so many compliments. But I decided to change my design around a little bit since I didn't necessarily need them the same now. So yeah, let me know which nail set do you think is prettier once I get done with this and you see it. Yeah, I would love to know which one would you prefer. So I am going to velvet matte top coat the pinky, the middle nail, and the ring nail. And the thumb is actually 100% complete, so I'm leaving the top coat on that. So the thumb is done, just in case you're curious. And I just did the bottom lines first this time, and then I did the top lines. This is going to be a lot of repetitiveness in this video because I'm really just doing the same design over and over, just in a different way. So I could not see this itty bitty drawing for some reason, so I had to put my glasses on. I don't know why I showed the camera, but yeah, I had to stop to put my glasses on. I could tell you a little bit how I feel about this gel. Like I said, I really like this. I love how thick it is. It makes you feel like you have a little bit more control over your gel. I will say that I honestly think this gel pops so beautifully over a matte look. As you can see, the nails are matte and this is shiny. I think this would have looked so beautiful, but the person I made this for, they don't do matte. They just don't do matte. So I did make these shiny. And I do want to say with this, what I just did, I tried to line them up visually from side to side. I don't know if you can tell it, but it is a little bit off, but I'm not going to complain because I tried my best, but it to me still looks good. And this is kind of, I guess you could say this is remnant of that fine china look I was just talking about, where you know those old dishes and things. But to me, this actually looks like more like woodwork, if you know what I'm talking about. My grandmother has antique furniture. She loves antique furniture, especially like couches and things. And when you look on some of the couches, they have this like little floral design type situation, like the half things that I'm drawing right now, what I'm drawing exactly right now, the floral part, there's always ingrained in those pieces of wood. And I probably can't find a picture but yeah, that's what this design kind of reminds me of. It's like that inlaid wood look, and I guess that's probably where my mind was going with the gold, and it just took it to that. But yeah, this kind of was just very made up. I didn't really know what I was doing. I just know I wanted this almost antique feel look. This nail completely was unplanned because I was going to bling it up. So yeah, this one surprised me and I love it. I honestly think that had I left this matte, I would have loved it so much more. But again, for the person I was doing this for, they don't like matte, so I had to top coat it, matte shiny top coat. And if you look at this and it looks wobbly, I redid this off camera, but I just went ahead and finished it on camera so you can see basically how I did it. But yeah, it's kind of going up and down, so I did redo it off camera and I fixed it. I think that turned out so beautiful. I'm really loving this set. Honestly, as well, you could sprinkle some acrylic on here so you don't even have to top coat it. I think that would have looked beautiful as well. I hope that makes sense. So I have just top coated all of the rest of the nails except for that pointer finger. And so for the pointer finger, I'm just going to bling it up with these blue rhinestones. And I'm going to show you the original ones that I did again with the golden shadow. I had this like little circular thing at the top. It was actually a sideways moon. I've done that look before. And I don't know, I just wanted to incorporate that look as well with the blue. And I just got these cuffs, these cuticle cuffs in the mail. So I was like, I wonder if that can make it look like that. And it was a little too short, so I just added some diamonds. I'm kind of freestyling. I don't know what to do. I'm still just playing around when it comes to rhinestone placement, seeing what I like, seeing how creative I can be. What I have learned is to stop using so many caviar beads. You guys know I'm obsessed with caviar beads, and sub them out for the smaller rhinestones because that can look even better in certain nail sets. I can add in a few caviar beads, which I did do off camera, but don't overdo it because that can be a little much. So yeah, I am learning that. So as you can see, I just threw in just a tiny amount of cuticle caviar beads, not too many. And you do want to top coat that alloy as well. And I did do this finger, I believe, off camera. And I've done this plenty of times on my channel. I guess that's why I forgot to hit record. So, but there is more tutorials just in case you want to see how I did that. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you're team golden shadow or team sapphire rhinestones. I would love to know. But thank you guys for joining me. Please feel free to like, comment, subscribe. I make new videos twice a week. I want you guys to have an amazing day. Thank you again for joining me. Bye.